up in Connecticut in the 70s. It was very ice storm. My parents were swingers, except my mom didn't know it. But despite that, I got married. I married a man because it's legal. And I only like to do things that are legal. I married a man and I take prescription drugs. But I think the reason that some people are opposed to gay marriage is just fear, right? It's just fear of the millions of Mexican lesbians who are going to come here for green cards. That's all that is. So as I said, I'm married, but no kids, because we're way too immature for that. You know, I get up at 7 p.m. and go to work for 15 minutes. And I think if we ever are ready, we're going to be those older parents. You know what I mean, the much older parents. And we're going to tell our kids that their parents died in a car accident. And we're really their grandparents. And that's why we're too tired to do anything fun. And my best friend had a baby, and she wanted me to have one too so the kids could play together. Yeah, that's a good reason for me to have a child. So she thought if I was there for the birth of her child, then I'd want to run right out and do it. I was there. It was kind of amazing. It was miraculous and fascinating and disgusting, but I have to say, if you ever do this, get the epidural. Once I had that, it was a whole different experience. See, I remember from science class that pain is there to tell us not to do things. Ow, this stove is hot. Take your hand away. We're not supposed to be having kids. That's basic science. However, I have always wanted to give birth to kittens. What? I figured it would hurt less. And then when you're done, you'd have kittens. And people have litters these days. They do. You all know Octomom or 14 Mom or whatever the fuck she is. And suddenly with her, people are thinking, maybe it's not such a good idea. But I have been onto this since the McCoy set-top list. Do you remember them? 7 baby McCoys. 7. I wanted to drown them. Not the babies. I would never do that. I wanted to drown the parents. Because they were so self-righteous, they kept saying in the press, God really wanted us to have these 7 babies. No, God didn't want you to have any. That's why you were infertile. It was Pfizer wanted you to have those babies.